I don't know if you can see the white ground here behind me. That's frost. It looks beautiful out, sunny, but it's 28 degrees right now, so it's a little chilly. I brought my Mind Lab today. I've hit this site a number of times with my Garrett AT Pro, and I wanted to come out here and try my Mind Lab and just see if there's things that I missed with my Garrett machine. And these old sites, you always miss stuff. So I'm anxious and I'm hopeful, and I hope we have a great day, a great time, and we are able to save some old Pioneer history. All right, first thing I find, I'll bring you guys back. Stay tuned. All right, guys, had a nice hit. I'm right here. The house is right here behind me. You can see the chimney. I'll try to zoom in there so you guys can see it, but you're going to see it in the video. First hit, dug a hole, popped it out. And this is a pewter spoon or fork handle. Look at that. And it was pretty deep. I mean, that is, you know, that's about, let me see here. That's a full carrot length down. So, you know, that's about 8 or 9 inches. That's pretty deep. And I'll let you hear, now this is pewter, and because it's a bigger piece of pewter, it's going to read a little higher. It was reading an 18 on my machine. Well, now it's 20. That's a great signal. And that is a great find. I got a good low tone here. I mean, that's pewter or tomback range, or it could be just trash. It's right in here. Can't see anything. Right there. It looks like okay. Not really sure what this is. It's a piece of brass. It's got a lot of good patina on it, but I don't know what it went to. I don't know what it is. But we're getting closer to the chimney pile right there. The machine's hearing the sounds, and these sounds are deep. That one there is about 1 foot deep right there. So that's a good sign. There's artifacts still here. All right, let's keep looking. All right, popped the plug, pulled it out, and it's still in the dirt. Do you see that? Looks like there might be something over here too. Nope, that's a rock. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. It is, okay, well, it is a shotgun shell. It is a Nitro Club. That's an old one though. Do you see the star around that? That's an old one, but that's not what we're looking for. All right, I'm right off the chimney of this old house right here. I'm about 8 foot away. I brought out everything I've found so far, which isn't a whole lot. And this isn't everything. I found a pewter handle earlier today. I found a piece of colonial bell, I believe. I found it right here. And I found this serving spoon handle that's iron. Right there. And I had a good hit. I pulled the plug. And it's kind of down in the shadow here. I'll show it to you. This is pewter 2. This is a pewter. Let me pull it down in frame. This is an old pewter or tomback. Look, that's tomback, I believe. This beautiful handle. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I'll stick that right there. We'll pocket it. But I wanted to show you this. I found this the last time I was here. And, you know, the other piece is here somewhere. It's probably fallen off. I had to change out my coil head to a smaller coil head. Like that. Because if you look out here, this is real thick. It's so thick, in fact, I can't swing my big coil head in here. And I don't know how much I'm going to be able to detect in here today. I might have to come back after the snows come and pack this all down. But here where the deer have patted it down, and they patted it down because there's a nice big old pear tree right there. And it's got full of pears on there. The deer have been in here patting this down. So I'm able to get my detector in here. That's why I've been finding these things in here. So, fingers crossed. I'd love to find a button. I'd love to find a coin, and we found all of those here. All right, still off the chimney. I've got a pretty good hit here. 16, 17, 18. Right here. Yeah. Oh, I found it. Is it a coin or is it a button? Is it a coin or is it a button? I think it is a button. I think the shank might have went right there. It's a nice flat button. All right, not bad. All right, I got another good hit. It was underneath this barberry. 17, 18, 19. I think it's going to be a button, hopefully. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a button. Oh, it is. Awesome. It is a flat button with silver wash. There we go. Number 2. All right. And I am right off. Turn that off. I'm right off this chimney right here. Even with the grass high, that little coil. That little coil, man, that's awesome. All right, let's keep going. All right, I got a good hit here, and I have detected in here 100 times, right literally off the chimney. I mean, that's a good signal right there. That is a good signal, but right there is a root. Okay. All right. I'm gonna set you guys up right here. And we may have to dig underneath that root right there. Okay, real easy. There's something good. We don't want to ruin it. Alright. Is that it? There it is. There it is. It is a button. It is a convex. It looks like it has a little bit of gold wash on there. Very, very nice. Button number 3. Very good. It popped the plug, pulled it out, and it is this piece of pewter or tomback. I'll let you guys listen to it. It sounds like both. I mean, see, 4, 6, 8. So it's that low grunt. Tomback. I think it's going to be pewter or tomback, but I think it's tomback. Alrighty, let's back it and keep going. And the last time I was here, I dug this lid up, and it's a beautiful lid. And you know, there is a cutout. There's a cutout right here, and I believe I found the spoon to this. But that is a beautiful, beautiful lid. All right, you guys, I just found this. And I don't know if it's that old. I think it goes on the bottom of a piece of furniture. It's got a little wheel there. It's brass. It's pretty cool, actually. It was a screamer. It was underneath this big rock. Right there's the old house. I'm right off the house. And so I'm not surprised to be able to find stuff like this. And it looks like it's got a little bit of gold gilt on there, right there. All right, I had to work for this one. It was underneath this rock right here, and I dug it out, and I see it, and it's an old pewter button. It is an old, I dropped it. It is an old pewter button. Yeah, that's awesome. It's beautiful, gorgeous. I just love coming and hitting old places like this. There's the walnut tree I was telling you about right there. There's lots of walnuts on the ground. And there's this pear tree right there. I might take a few pears with me. This is loaded with pears. And it's right off the cabin here. This cabin was built in the 1700s, late 1700s. And if you look, here is a nice pear. It's a winter pear. And right over here's a walnut tree. And I always say, when you're looking for a homestead, always look for fruit trees and walnut trees. And you can find an old homestead without a chimney or any semblance of a house that was sitting there, simply by looking for fruit. I'm going to have to call it today, because all of this grass in here is so very, very tall. Can you see that? I can't get my detector, I can't swing it in there very well. And I'm going to have to wait until we get some big heavy snows that will push this high grass down. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to call it today. So this is what we saved. And this is what I found. And this is what would have been lost had we not come back. So I've been to this site before. I used my Garrett AT Pro here a couple times. I did pretty well both of those times. But I honestly think I probably did better this time. Just love these old pewter. I just love this old pewter. I think this is tomback here. Now I'll show you. See how nice and smooth that is? That's tomback. That's a piece of crotal bell. You can see the top part of it right there. This is tomback. Right here, that's tomback. And this is pewter. Now you can see pewter, you can see how rough it is and how brittle it is. Can you see that? Here's a rosette from a bridle. I found that out there in front of the house. I found these 4 buttons. I thought this one could be a coin. I don't think it is though. I think it is a button. It's probably brass, pewter. These here are brass. This is brass. This is furniture, piece of furniture. Pot lid with the spoon handle, and I dug that up. I dug that one up near where I dug that one up. So we say some history today. I am tickled to death at everything I found here. Had I not come back, it'd have been completely lost. It'd have been completely lost. And until someone else came out here and detected. But anyway, I thank you guys for joining me on this episode. I hope you enjoyed seeing these old places with me. I hope you guys take a look at the video I did on this. It tells the story of this pioneer family coming in here after the Revolutionary War. And great story, great backstory. I hope you guys join me on the next episode. Until then, you guys have a great day.